Hello students, I welcome you to the virtual classes of our school, Saraswati Shishukun Jhokbala Borsad, subject English Standard 9. Today we are going to discuss about a lesson of our textbook, lesson number 2. The title of that lesson is The Sound of Music. Now before we start our lesson, what we already have discussed, let us discuss that first of all. We have completed our first lesson, first poetry, then I have started the email writing, then after today we are going to discuss the lesson of our textbook. So let us start the lesson, and the title of that lesson is The Sound of the Music. Students, this lesson is divided into two parts. The first part talks about a character named Evelyn Glennie, and the second part talks about Bismillah Khan. So these both the parts are very inspiring to us, very inspiring for our lives. Not only that, but even it also gives the message that whatever difficulties has been faced by you, that is for some time. If you want to overcome that problems, if you want to overcome that difficulties, you will have to work hard. Your mind will be strong. Not only that, but even you will have that courage to face any problems of your life. So by taking the example of these characters, Evelyn Glennie and second one is Bismillah Khan, a very good inspirational message is given to us. Now before we start the lesson, we should have some idea about what is there in the lesson. So I am going to give you some brief information about the lesson, what will be there in the lesson. So here you can see the title, The Sound of Music. So first of all, let us try to discuss the title itself. I already have made some points on it. Let us read and discuss. The title itself is very interesting. Here the author says Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without music. Why this kind of title is given to this lesson? Because the central character named Evelyn Glennie, she is a musician, but she is deaf. And because she is deaf, what is happening to her? She listens any sound, she listens to people just without hearing it. Now there is a big question that how is it possible for any person to listen everything without ears, okay, without that ability? How is it possible? But yes, that is possible, because God takes away something, definitely in return He will give you so many things, and the same thing we can find in this lesson. Now we all wonder that, not only that, but also we are confused that how one can listen sounds when you can't hear, okay, that is the main question mark. So this is something we will discover in this lesson, that how Evelyn Glennie will does something like this. Listen to sounds although she could not hear. Now before we proceed the chapter, let's discuss. Here I have taken a quote, and that quote is also from the book. What is the quote? The quote is something like this: God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. As I told you that if God takes away something which is very precious to you, definitely because of some reason He may have taken, but in response He will give you a lot many things. And the same thing we can find in this lesson, that Evelyn Glennie was deaf person, but in return God has given her so many gifts. Why? Because she is a great musician. Not only that, but also she is inspiration for many people, far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses the music beautifully, and that is only the reason that she can be able to express music very beautifully. So I have explained here something like this, that someone has commented this Evelyn. He says that although God took away her hearing power, she was impaired, but He gave her an extraordinary thing. That was the sense of feeling, okay? By feeling the music, by feeling each and everything, she can be able to listen everything. She could feel very deeply, far more deeply than normal people, and that is why she was able to express music so beautifully, so well. She is well-known multi-percussionist. Multi-percussionist. Now, percussions are those kind of instruments like xylophone and drums. So we can say that she had mastery over this kind of instruments, percussion instrument. Okay, some examples like xylophone and drums are there. They belong to this percussion. From here, we come to know the theme of the story and the message we get from the story, that it is the determination, it is the hard work. Not only that, but also the mental strength. The story of Evelyn Glennie is a motivational story, and it inspires all of us to overcome our physical disabilities and achieve our dreams and goals just like Evelyn did. So, maybe any person suffering from any kind of disability, just he or she doesn't have to care about that. Why? Because ignoring that disability, you will be given so many abilities, and by these abilities, definitely one can reach to goal, one can reach to the dreams. Okay, so now let us begin our lesson. The title here, you can see the sound of music, and Evelyn Glennie listens to the sound without hearing it. We already have discussed this thing. Now directly come to the lesson. The first paragraph, opening scene has been given here, where the lesson opens. Let us see. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. So from this line, we come to know about the opening scene. Where does it open? It opens on the railway station, okay? And underground train platform is there. Then after the introduction of the central character is that a slight girl looking younger than her 17 years. So that girl is no one but Evelyn Glennie, and what is her age? That is, she is 17 years old. She was nervous and yet excited as she felt the vibrations of approaching train. Now we already know that she is a deaf person. She is not able to listen anything, okay? But though one thing that she can feel, and what is that? On the platform she can be able to feel the vibration of the approaching train, okay? It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music, and where she is going, that she is going to the Royal Academy of Music, that is in London. And it was a very new experience for her. Why? Because in her life, at the age of 17, she is there in the Royal Academy of Music. Not only that, but even she is daunting enough for the teenager, any teenager fresh from the Scottish farm. So that is the academy, Royal Academy, and many more, many kind, very, you can say that very well-known musicians are there. And for a 17-year girl, a old girl, how is it possible to face those great musicians? That's why kind of frightening is there. Okay, not only that, but even a new place is there, and that's why we can say that she is daunting. She has a kind of fear in her mind. Why? Because it is a new place for her, new people are there, and many things. But this aspiring musician faced bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. Now for normal people like us, it is very easy to learn music. But how is it possible for a deaf person to learn the music? It was a biggest challenge, not a bigger, but the biggest challenge for Evelyn Glennie. That she is a great musician, she is going to be a great musician, though she is a deaf person. Now, how the deafness was found in the procession of our lesson, we will discuss that also. But before that, some new words are also given to us. Like here you can see, jostle. Jostle, that means push roughly. Slight, you know the meaning of slight. Daunting, that means frightening. And aspiring musician, that a person who wants to be a musician, that is aspiring. Okay. Now let us begin the second paragraph. The second paragraph, here we come to know about how her parents notices that she is a deaf person. Let us begin. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Gradual, that means step by step. It was not sudden, but it was gradual. Then how her parents come to know about it? Here it is written, her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. So it was at that age, 8-year-old, okay, and she was waiting for the piano to play it. Not only that, but even they called her name and she didn't move. The parents called her name, but no reactions were found. From that, parents understood that something that is wrong with Evelyn Glennie. And what is that wrong thing? That she was not able to listen properly. Going ahead, I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. Isabel Glennie is the name of the mother of Evelyn Glennie. What she is telling to us that she realized that she did not give any kind of reactions. Not only that, but even we can say that she did not heard anything. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. And as I have told you, the deafness was gradual, step by step, and that's why we can see here that even her deafness was also found by the teachers and friends where she was going to the school. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated and her headmistress urged her parents to take her away. Not only that, but when she became the 11 years of age, even her marks were also degraded. It means it was lesser in number. Why? Because she was not able to listen what has been discussed in the classroom. That's why the headmistress of her of her school urged her parents to take her away to the school. Okay, to some specialist. Why? Because she is facing some problem. It was then discovered, so finally, after taking into consideration suggestion given by the teacher, what the parents did, they took her to the specialist, and then after it was discovered that her hearing was severely impaired, that means weakened, as a result of gradual nerve damage. And the problem that Evelyn Glennie was facing, what was that? That a damage was there in the nerve system. Now you know that nervous system of our human body, okay? Nerve system is there, and any nerve system has been damaged, definitely any of the organ is going to be damaged. The case is with the ears of Evelyn Glennie, and that's why she could not be able to listen properly. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids, and that's why one advice is also given by the doctor, that what is that? She should be fitted with hearing aids, okay? So it's a kind of machine, with the help of that thing one can listen properly, and sent to the school for the deaf. Not only that, but also another suggestion that is given, what is that? That she should be also sent to the deaf school, so that proper education can be taken. And everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. Why she says like this, that everything suddenly looked black? Because this kind of suggestion is given by the doctor. What kind of suggestion? That she should be sent to the school where deaf people are there, and she comes to know that even she is also deaf, and that's why she has some mental stroke, that I am also deaf and everything. That's why she feels very, at some point, she feels depressed. But ignoring that depression, she go ahead with her life. Now what happens in the next? Let us discuss. Before starting that paragraph, third paragraph, I am going to show you a xylophone. See, this is the picture of xylophone, a musical instrument with raw wooden, with the bars of different lengths. So this is nothing but a xylophone. The music of xylophone is very sweet. Now let us begin, and it is belong to which part of music, that is percussion. Okay, let us start the third paragraph. But Evelyn was not going to give up. As I have told you that she was very determined person and she won't going to give up. She was determined to lead the normal life and pursue her interest in music. She wanted to live the normal life likewise all human beings, ignoring the deafness. Not only that, but also she want to pursue her interest in music. From the very beginning of her age, she is interested in music, and that's why she wanted to be a musician. That is the dream of her life, and that is only the reason that she wanted to pursue her interest. One day, she noticed a girl playing the xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. Okay, so one day she noticed that one girl is playing the xylophone, and at that moment, she also decided that one day I will be the musician and I also wanted to play the xylophone. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. So at the school, many teachers just discouraged her, but one teacher was there who kept encouraging her, and the name of that person, that is Ron Forbes. Okay, that he was the person. Here I am going to underline it. Ron Forbes. Okay, that is the name of the teacher who used to encourage her. Not only that, but also he was only the person who found something is there in Evelyn Glennie. Potential, that means quality or ability that can be developed. Okay, that is called potential. He began by tuning two large drums to different notes, and from here the work of the teacher has been started. He gave more importance to the Evelyn Glennie. What he started? He began by tuning two large drums to different notes by telling, don't listen through your ears. That is the suggestion. What was the suggestion? That don't listen by your ears. He would say, try to sense it some other way. What he is telling to Evelyn Glennie, that try to sense it another ways. Okay, if you are deaf, forget about that. You have many feelings. Okay, you can feel the music also. So that's why what you will have to do, try to sense it some other way. And says Evelyn, suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. And suddenly, after listening this kind of positive thought, okay, positive thing, even Evelyn Glennie also able to feel the music. And how she could feel the music? That higher drum from the waist up, okay, waist up side she could feel the higher drum, and the lower one from the waist down, and from the waist down she could feel the whole music. Forbes repeated the exercise. So Ron Forbes was only the person who keep encouraging that Evelyn Glennie, and daily they did like this. Forbes repeated the exercise, and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. Okay, she can be able to feel the music, she can able to learn the music. I had learned to open my mind and body to the sounds and vibrations. She can able to feel the music, she can able to learn the music by feeling it, by sensing it, and not by hearing. Vibrations are there, sounds are there, and the rest was sheer determination and hard work. Not only that, but as I have told you that she was very determined person, she was very hard working person, and that's why she started to learn the music. So today we stop here, and in our next video we will continue our lesson. Thank you.